Hello everybody, welcome to Lupus Fitness 333. Today is philosophical talk number 30, and I'm going to call this Perfection is a Lie, okay? This is us trying to find a way to live authentically, and I'm going to give you guys practical solutions, sorry for that, to this situation, okay? Now the first thing is everybody that suffers with this or believes that this is the way of life, meaning perfection, has an invisible sense of pressure to be that, to be perfection or to live a perfect life. That is the opposite of what this channel is. This channel is to help people, mainly people with life-altering and life-changing conditions, but obviously sometimes I reach out to people who don't have any of that and just live normal lives, and I do my best to promote living authentically and being one with yourself, body, mind, and soul, okay? So besides this one being called Perfection is a Lie, this is also a guide to how you can best live your life authentically as your true self, okay? Now, the first thing is, again, invisible pressure. I'm gonna give you a story. I don't know if anybody on my channel follows MMA, but there is a family. It's called the Lee family. They are, I think it's two sisters and one brother, and they were fighting in the, I believe it was called the One Fighting Championship. Now they suffer with the very theme that we're talking about now, which is perfection, doing their best to live a perfect life according to the standard of success that they have built for themselves. Either it was thrusted by their family or their desire to live this quote unquote successful, perfect life, okay? Now, my condolences to them, of course. I love MMA, I love them and the way that they fought. Unfortunately, tragedy did hit them, and basically the pressure to succeed was so ingrained in them that eventually it caused them to lead down a path of dissatisfaction and unfulfillment. First, it was towards the path of reaching the success, right? That made them believe that they were unfulfilled or not reaching their full potential. And then when all three, I believe, I could be wrong, it's been a while since I've seen it and since I've read about it, but when they have obtained their desired goal, it wasn't enough. It didn't satisfy that missing part within them. You understand? Because again, it was this invisible pressure of wanting to be this thing that may have not aligned with who they really wanted to be. And in some cases, you may be thrusted a dream that's not yours, that eventually you are convinced that it is your dream. And when you achieve it, you don't achieve the satisfaction that you believed would have come with the success of it. Okay? That's a good example of perfection is a lie, because maybe you reaching that goal isn't what you really want. And though you may have painted it as the perfect scene for you, when you actually have it, it may be underwhelming. You might just be whelmed. In most cases, you're underwhelmed. Or for those people who desire more, they're gonna think it wasn't enough. They probably have to go and out there and do it all over again. Again, this is for the people who are not aligned with what they desire, or they believe that obtaining such a thing would help them fix the thing that they're missing within them. Now, the second thing, When you conform to this invisible pressure, and we're gonna call this segment the cost of conformity, is simply it causes the negative side effects of walking towards the goal or the perceived desired goal. Okay, again, it's not one that you truly want or one that does not truly align with you, and so therefore you experience anxiety because maybe you believe you're too far away from it, or you're not doing enough, or maybe you're doing enough and you're burnt out. That's the other one. You're being burnt out. The other one is, of course, feeling unfulfilled. This is the worst one. Why? Because even after all of that, in most cases, when people do something that's towards their goal, they have a sense of satisfaction or a sense of fulfillment. And that should help you understand that you're on the right path because it aligns with who you are and who you want to become. If you don't have this sense of satisfaction or fulfillment after doing a task that is related towards your end goal, or the lifestyle that you're achieving, or the image that you want for yourself, then you probably need to, rethink your goal, your destination, and your want. Okay? It's simple as that. Nothing complicated. If you don't feel satisfied walking towards it, that's probably not for you. Okay? And it doesn't matter how much pep talk you give yourself, if it doesn't feel right within you, if you don't feel satisfied. Let me clarify that. Feeling like, how do I explain? Having a certain emotion towards it is not the same as I got it done. All right, that's what I mean. The feeling of accomplishing it should give you satisfaction, whereas feeling like sad or something like that is not the same thing. All right, emotions are like waves. Let them pass through you. That's it. Now, the other part of the cost of conformity is that you might miss opportunities that actually align with you because you're so focused on achieving a goal that you perceive is yours, or that someone has convinced you that is yours. You understand? All right. That one sucks. Now, the last one is that you end up having an identity crisis, or you lose your core values because you're so engulfed in this pursuit of what you believe is going to fulfill you. And in most cases, it doesn't. You become associated with the very thing that you believe was going to make you happy. And it becomes a burden and not a sense of pride. You understand? Meaning like, let's say you become a champion of ping pong, but the whole time you never liked the game ping pong. You just played it because you were good at it, but it didn't really resonate with you at all. And so now when people see you, they call you the champion of ping pong, and you kind of resent that title because you're like, oh man, yeah, I did that shit. Yeah. You understand? You don't want that. Now let's move on. Okay. We are going to redefine our authenticity, all right? We have to make sure what we want is ours and ours alone. We should not allow other people to define what we want or what we believe will make us whole within ourselves and what we believe is rightfully our path, okay? It should come from you. It should be reasoned by you, and the belief and the value behind it should be from you as well, okay? Now, I'm a big proponent of deciding your purpose. Some people say they find it. I believe you create it, okay? You have to create your purpose. Because purpose is like a workout. It's something that requires conscious effort all the time. Especially like if you're in college or university, when you're choosing your major, You're literally choosing it. Every class you go to, you have to be present in that class. You have to study for that class, not just in the class, but outside the class. You got to prepare for it. You got to know it, all that. All of that requires effort on your part. You cannot passively, unless you're a genius, let's face it, not everybody is, but that requires you to constantly put in effort towards that goal, okay? All right. Now, another thing, to break away from the thing that is not authentically you, you need to do a conscious rebellion. So let's say you have the societal pressure within your culture or within your society that requires you to do something that you never were comfortable with. Now, this is a perfect example of intentional rebellion. Let's say something silly like every Tuesday you have to wash your hands with a specific soap that burns your hands, and it's, you know, whatever you want to give it claim to, whatever the cultural significance it is behind it, just give it one, and you don't vibe with it. It's not for you. So you choosing to not do that is, I don't know if that's even a good example, but let's just continue with it. But that's a conscious rebellious act, one that is more aligned with you. What if you just want to wash your hands with regular soap? You understand? In your mind, you're like, I'm just cleaning my hands. Let's just say that's what the cultural significance is that you're cleaning your hand, but the reason why you use this soap that burns you is kind of to remind you that they are clean. But you're gonna use a modern soap, and you know it's gonna be clean because it says it on the soap that it's gonna kill all bacteria. All right? You still are doing it, but you're doing it on your own terms. You understand? And you're doing it with what is more comfortable with yourself. You understand? Okay, next. You have to do an actionable thought exercise, okay? A lot of people want change. A lot of people want to be one with themselves. A lot of people want a desired outcome, but most people stay within the realm of the mind, meaning they stay with the thought, oh, that would be nice to have, or they imagine it, but they don't do nothing about it. Again, just like the university analogy, just like the workout analogy, you have to do some kind of action that reinforces that thought and helps you get closer to that thought being reality, okay? You can't just imagine it and it's gonna happen. That's not how life works, man. I mean, you could, but you may not get it at the time that you want. You may even get it way later when you have completely forgotten about it. And by then you probably won't even appreciate it because you're like, oh yeah, that's right. I remember when I was, whatever age, I wanted that. Now I'm not that age. I'm significantly older, or maybe it was like 2 years ago or something like that. But you're not gonna appreciate it. You understand? You have to work towards it physically. You have to do it now with something that helps you, remind you what you're doing that for, to get a specific outcome, okay? And as far as building an authentic self or redefining your purpose, that is a must, okay? Now, the next one. We're gonna discuss some strategies on how to embody the new self, okay? Now, not the new self, but the true self, all right? Let's just say the new self is the one that you want to be, and so therefore it is your true self. All right. Now, you're gonna have to learn to say no to things that you would say yes to. Now, one way you can do this is practice in your home. Practice conversations that you may encounter that you've been wanting to say no to, or have conscious rebellion, and just practice how that conversation will go so that you put yourself in the state of mind of saying the thing that opposes what is being proposed to you, okay? All right. I know that sounds a little weird, I know maybe some people will think that's not normal, and why, you know, that's why you do it at home. You do it in private. You do it somewhere where it's just you. You could do it in front of a mirror. You could do it with no mirror. You can even do it with the lights off so that you're not seeing yourself move or anything like that. I don't know. Just do it so that you're practicing. Again, it's an actionable thought exercise. You want to learn to do these things, but if you just imagine it or you think about it and not put any action behind it, when it comes to the real thing, you won't know what to do. Again, when you're in a conversation, you might experience certain emotions, certain feelings, certain thoughts, and so therefore you have to have a plan. And you doing all of this in private helps you at least have a plan of what to do when you're being posed certain questions, especially when they demand or they ask for a reason why you're saying no, or why you're not wanting to do what is expected of you. Okay? The next thing, finding your tribe. Finding your tribe is the people who are more aligned with who you want to be. All right? If you want to be someone who is good with money or affluent in languages or something like that, you have to go find spaces where they encourage that type of thinking, where they encourage those types of actions. All right? You can't just, say that you want to be something and never go anywhere near the place that actually encourages those type of things. You can't say you want to be an ice skater and never go to an ice rink. That don't make sense. You can't say you want to be an ice skater and never have owned ice skates. You understand? That's the thought process behind that. The other thing is, of course, practicing self-empowerment. All right. What does that mean? Speaking to yourself through compassion. Okay, you have to be compassionate towards yourself. You have to be able to, how do I say this? Encourage yourself to take the steps that you desire, the steps that help you realize the person you want to become. Okay, that's necessary. You have to hype yourself up, but don't hype yourself up into delusion. There has to be reality behind it. There has to be truth. You can't just, I know there's a lot of people out there who do who do motivational talk and tell you to be delusional. I don't agree with that. Just don't bullshit yourself, all right? If you're not there yet, at least talk to yourself into accepting that you're not there yet, and you're working, or you're gonna find a place to do that. Again, an actionable thought. Don't just put a thought that has no action behind it or can't have a plan because it's too outlandish. You understand? Okay. The last thing. Building a life that's uniquely you. All right? Now, some people believe this to be kind of bogus, but visualizing yourself in the ways that you want to live is one way. Now, of course, practicing with intention and I guess forcing yourself to feel the feelings that you think you would experience during that encounter helps you get closer to actually forming the reality that could be possible. All right, now that requires a lot of mental effort and a lot of imagination. Not everybody has that. It's okay. You could do it in a factual way. But that requires more planning, more prep work, more, prepared responses that you'll have to come up with and attach a personality to it. You can't be robotic about it. Last thing, you always have, the second to last thing, you always take small steps towards becoming who you want to be. Too many people put a destination to their journey and put big steps. These big steps are daunting, they're scary, and they're very difficult to achieve if there's not a path towards that. Even though it's probably 3 milestones that you have to have smaller steps in between so that it makes it seem less scary to actually try that, okay? And last, I'm gonna say this. This is gonna end it, all right? break the wall that hides the real you. Now the wall representing whatever society, your family, and your culture expects you to be. If that aligns with you, perfect. If it doesn't, then you gotta find you, okay? That's the ultimate thing, because then everything else will be a lot easier. Because you like who you are, you're continuing to form who you are, and that's something that'll never stop. It's gonna be for life. Remember what I said, you're with yourself 24/7, 7 days a week, okay? 365 days out of the year. That person has to be your best friend. That person has to be your everything, right? Because they're with you, whether you want them there or not. So at least make them the person you want to hang out with all the time, okay? Because they're gonna listen to you even when you don't want them to listen. They're gonna be with you even if you don't want them to be there with you. They are you. So make them somebody that you want to hang out with all the time. And then that should translate to everybody else wanting to hang out with that person too. You know, decide what your value is. You want to be lovable, you have to become lovable to yourself. You want to be fun loving, okay, you have to become that. You understand? It's not going to be easy, but as long as you work on that in private, it'll show up in public. All right? And with that, everybody, my name is Angel. Thank you for watching Lupus Fitness 333. This is Philosophical Talks 30. Perfection is a lie, and learning to live authentically. Please share this video to whoever you believe will benefit from this. And again, thank you. Please like and subscribe. Goodbye.